So I'm now in this lady's garden, and it's looking absolutely gorgeous. Lots of plants, apple trees, pear trees. Yeah, plum. Oh, where's your plum? Over there. Oh, is it Victoria? I bought some this weekend, and if I'd known, I'd have just come and pinched some. Gorgeous clematis there. Is it a clematis? Yes. Or is it a purple rose? That purple one, is it clematis?
It's clematis.
Right. Gorgeous.
I forget the name.
There's a white one I've seen, very similar to that. I'm thinking of buying it, so because I've got quite a dark wall, and I just want something to lighten it up a bit. But yeah,
The white one, I think. I've just planted new plum trees. I mean, as a gardener, you have to accept that some trees eventually outgrow where they've been planted.
Yeah.
So what you do is you take them down and
replant. And replace.
And that Victoria is coming towards the end of its life. You know? I know in a few years I might take it down.
Yeah.
And that's why I've planted 2 more.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
You've got a pond as well. I suppose you get lots of frogs.
We've got toads, we've got newts, we've got dragonflies.
Yeah.
We have an owl that sits in the tree.
Yeah, and that's the tree.
Yeah, that's the tree.
and of course you don't want that chopping down, do you?
No.
No, of course not.
Of course we don't.
Yeah.
We prune it. We
manage it.
Yeah.
So it's been pruned a few years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. But those on the street, that is, I mean, it's just.
If anybody can give me a case.
I mean, it's a gorgeous tree, but it's just in the wrong place.
And we've lived here 31 years. I've got photographic evidence of how much these trees have grown in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Give them another 30 years, and you would have to say our properties will be unsaleable.
Really.
Yeah.
And common sense has got to prevail.
Yeah.
And yesterday, when we challenged the protesters who objected to being called a pressure group, then started to backtrack and said that they'd never intended for this to happen.
Right.
But they should have done their research first. They should have spoken to the people of the area before they started kicking up a stink.
Yeah, I don't know if I made that point before, but that's my other fundamental point, that one is the right tree in the right place always, and never the wrong tree in the wrong place. And secondly, it should be the people on the street who have to deal with the trees on a daily basis who make the final decision about whether a tree is acceptable or not. And that, to me, is the fundamental position. It has to be the fundamental position, because again, if you can't live with that tree, if you're an elderly person like that lady is there, and you're in that house and it's causing so many problems, and yet you've got to pay for the damage.
That's the biggest issue.
And then you want to sell your house and maybe move because you can't, and who's going to buy it? And so it's not this thing that because trees are nice on streets and they look nice, therefore automatically your house is going to sell. People will come, and people will, at least people who've done the research properly, will come and they will look at everything to do with the house and how much maintenance it's going to cost, whether they want to live there, etc., etc. And if you have a problem like that, it's something to take into account.
Council have done a really thorough job. They're not perfect.
Having been to these meetings, I would dispute that because
you only go on what's gone off round here.
Yeah.
And it's been done considerately.
Yeah.
It hasn't been done en masse, and I really, really object to people trying to score cheap political points at the cost of the future of the area.
Yeah.
And that's, that's really all I've got to say on that.
I've got a feeling that one might be a sycamore across there.
This one here, I think
in
the wood over there.
It's absolutely huge. It's quite frightening,
I can't see the bark. I usually recognise it by the bark, sycamores.
In 10 years, it makes you wonder where these are going to go if they're not taken out.
Yeah.
But I really object to people taking the high moral environmental ground.
Yeah.
Without speaking to the people.
When you can see that there will be more biodiversity in your garden than there are on that whole row of trees on the street, without a shadow of a doubt.
And I'd love to know how many vehicles the objectors drive around in.
Yeah. This is it. I kind of said that to a woman on Rustlings Road who, again, was wanting to save everyone. And I'm saying, well, I'm not sure about 12 being taken out, but I think 4 or 5 definitely need to be taken out. And she kept making the point that, well, they could bring the pit out into this parking space here. And so I'm saying, well, who's going to be prepared to lose the parking space? And she admitted that she didn't have a car and she didn't drive. But if you know Rustlings Road at all, you know, it's got these lovely big villas that are set back and you have to climb steps. So there's no off-street parking. So that's the only option for people who live there. And so you can't be dogmatic about one particular point of view. You have to take into consideration, as I said, this is my other fundamental point. It's the people who have to live on a daily basis with the street trees that they've got, and whether they have the tree that is right for that environment. And that is basically always my fundamental position. Yeah, I'll just stop recording again. I was going to use up all my allocation, all my